The last few years have been a roller coaster for the entire world. The pandemic, inflation, and rising interest rates have crushed many businesses across the globe. The finance was not an exception. With the fallout of banks like Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, Silvergate Bank, and Credit Suisse, there is this climate of fear. But even in these times, there is one bank that people trust on, who is not only surviving in these times but creating another history. JPMorgan Chase, or shortly known as JPMC, is one of the well-known, respected, and also the largest bank in US. In Q1 2023, JPMC's profit jumped by 52% to $12.62 billion, and net interest income rose by almost 50%. Not only this, amid the banking crisis in US, 2 weeks back JPMC acquired First Republic Bank and established itself as the king of Wall Street. But do you know the person behind the rise of this successful banking empire? Yes, it's none other than JPMC's current CEO and chairman, Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon is the man who transformed JPMorgan Chase into the largest bank in America. He is not an ordinary banker. He is a visionary leader with a relentless focus on innovation and determination to stay ahead of the curve. He is the ultimate master of the game, a man who has not only survived but thrived through the most challenging times in the banking industry and became the most powerful banker in America. In this story, we will see the captivating journey of Jamie Dimon's life and career, how he started in the banking industry, the challenges he faced, and his rise to the top of one of the world's largest financial institutions. So if you are interested in this fascinating story of the most powerful banker of Wall Street, then stick around. Jamie Dimon was born on March 13, 1956 in New York City. Dimon's parental grandfather was a Greek immigrant and came to New York in 1941. He changed the family name from Papa Demetriou to Dimon. Jamie's father and grandfather both were stockbrokers at Shearson. He grew up in Queens, New York, where he attended the Browning School, a private all-boys school in Manhattan. From a young age, he displayed an exceptional aptitude for math and was known for his sharp intellect and analytical mind. After graduating from Browning, Dimon wanted to attend Brown University, but his application got rejected and he went on to attend Tufts University, where he earned a degree in psychology and economics. During his time at Tufts University, Jamie wrote an essay about Shearson's mergers. At the time, Shearson was the second largest securities firm on Wall Street. Jamie's mother sent the essay to Sandy Weil, who was the chairman of Shearson. After this, Sandy offered a summer internship to Jamie at Shearson. After graduating from Tufts University, Jamie joined Boston Consulting Group for 2 years. He then went on to earn an MBA from Harvard Business School, where he graduated as a Baker Scholar. During his MBA in Harvard, Jamie did his summer internship at Goldman Sachs. When he graduated in 1982, he already had offers from Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Lehman Brothers. By then, Shearson was sold to American Express, and Sandy became the president of the company. Jamie's father was also working there as an executive vice president. Now Jamie had the opportunity to work with Sandy again, and he declined the other high-paying offers and joined American Express. While working with Sandy, Jamie skipped the entry-level positions and served as the assistant to Sandy. Jamie was achieving what he had set out to, but this journey was not forever. Sandy Weil was not happy at American Express due to his conflicts with the CEO, and he left the company in 1985. Jamie followed Sandy and he also left American Express. Both of them then acquired a small consumer finance company, Commercial Credit. They put up their own fortunes to get the company, and after a couple of layoffs and reorg, they did the IPO and offered 80% ownership to the public. Sandy became the CEO and Jamie the Chief Financial Officer. In the next few years, Sandy and Jamie had deals with few other financial institutions, like Gulf Insurance and Drexel Burnham Lambert. They also faced an unprecedented market crash in October 1987. But Sandy and Jamie took this as an opportunity and bought back their own shares. Sandy and Jamie were on the spray of making more and more deals. They even made a deal to acquire Primerica, which was bigger in size than their own company. In 1992, they acquired Travelers Insurance, which was in bad shape due to some risky real estate deals. In 1993, they were able to acquire Shearson. Shearson was the same company where Sandy worked as a CEO and Jamie did his internship there. It was acquired by American Express then, and now Sandy and Jamie bought it from American Express for $1.2 billion. After this deal with Travelers Insurance and Shearson, the name of their company was changed to Travelers Group. Sandy and Jamie were unstoppable, but this was just the beginning. They were about to create the largest bank in the history of US. After doing mergers and acquisitions with multiple companies, now Travelers Group made a deal with Citicorp in 1998. Although this deal had roadblocks due to federal laws to keep investment and commercial banking separate, but they recruited both Republican and Democrats to sit in the board of directors for the largest financial institution to be created. And now, laws can be changed. After this deal, the name of the company was changed to Citigroup. Sandy from Travelers Group and John Reed from Citicorp became the co-CEOs of Citigroup, and Jamie became the president. Jamie was the president of the largest financial institution at the age of 42 only. So his motive of working with Sandy is getting fulfilled, and he would be the next in the race of CEO. But unfortunately, things were about to change. There are many versions of the story. One story says that Sandy wanted his daughter Jessica and son Mark to get higher ranks in the bank, but Jamie didn't promote them based on family connections. He wanted them to grow up due to their work and merit. In a Coffee with the Greats podcast episode, Jamie said, "It was great. We started as one little company and it had done extremely well. When I was fired from Citi, I was totally surprised. I should not have been. There were a lot of telltale signs, but I missed them at the time." Another story says that Jamie wanted to become the CEO, but Sandy was not ready to retire. But soon both Jessica and Mark also left Citibank. In an interview with CNBC, Sandy Weil said, "I wish Jamie and I had been able to work out our issues, and that it didn't have to end up in a breakup." Jamie was a respected banker. When he was leaving Citibank and saying goodbye on the Salomon Smith Barney trading floor, 1,000 traders gave him a standing ovation. Although this step was a crucial point in the Citibank's history and caused deep troubles to Citibank in the next several years, but this step eventually turned out good for Jamie. Even after leaving Citibank, Jamie maintained silence on the reasons and never spoke bad about Sandy or Citibank. As per Jamie, "It was my net worth, not my self-worth, that was involved." After Citibank, Jamie didn't join anywhere else for 18 months. But he was not content to stay out of the game for long. Jamie interviewed at a few places, including tech giant Amazon, where he was offered the position of president. He would have been the CEO by now if he had joined there. But he was not ready to move to Seattle from New York City. And also he was more into finance, so he joined Bank One. When Jamie Dimon was appointed as the CEO of Bank One in the year 2000, the bank was struggling. Its stock price was stagnant and its profitability was in decline. But Jamie was undaunted by the challenges. He quickly set out to work transforming the bank, streamlining its operations and cutting costs. He introduced a number of innovative initiatives, including a new credit card product that was quickly embraced by customers. Under Jamie's leadership, Bank One's stock price soared, and the bank became one of the most successful financial institutions. Jamie was hailed as a visionary leader, and his management style became the subject of intense scrutiny and admiration. But Jamie's journey at Bank One was not without its challenges. He faced significant resistance from some members of the bank's senior management team, who were resistant to the changes he was trying to implement. But now it was time to create another history. In 2004, Jamie landed the deal of a lifetime, the deal with JPMorgan Chase for a merger with Bank One. With this deal, JPMorgan Chase left Citibank and became the largest financial institution. Jamie was appointed as the president and chief operating officer for JPMC. By the end of 2005, after the tenure of JPMC CEO William Harrison ended, Jamie became the CEO, and in next year in 2006, he became the chairman. The year 2008 was the time of financial difficulties for the US banks. As the CEO of JPMorgan Chase, Jamie was responsible for steering the bank through the challenging economic environment and ensuring that it emerged from the crisis intact. JPMC was one of the strongest banks in 2008, but still they got $25 billion from the US Treasury Department as part of the Troubled Asset Relief Program. However, with this, many people think that JPMC needed this money and the bank was bailed out, but actually JPMC never wanted this money from the government. They had to accept it as the government did not want to bail out the banks with difficulties only. And if JPMC can receive the money from the government, then other banks in need will also take it. In June 2009, JPMC returned all the money. Also, during the financial crisis, JP Morgan acquired Bear Stearns and Washington Mutual. With these acquisitions, JP Morgan established itself as the strongest bank in the most challenging times. After 2008, JPMC has touched even greater heights under the leadership of Jamie Dimon and held its position as the largest and strongest bank in America since then. During the financial trouble of banks in 2023 again, in May 2023, JPMC acquired another bank, First Republic, and once again Jamie Dimon became the most powerful and admired banker in Wall Street. While everything was going great in JPMC, Jamie Dimon has faced a few health concerns in the last few years. In 2014, he was diagnosed with throat cancer and underwent chemotherapy while continuing to lead JPMorgan Chase. In 2020, Jamie faced another health concern when he underwent emergency heart surgery. He took a brief leave of absence from his duties at JPMorgan Chase to recover from the procedure, but returned to work a few weeks later, once again demonstrating his commitment to the bank and its stakeholders. Despite these health challenges, Jamie has continued to be one of the most active and engaged CEOs in the financial industry. He is known for his grueling work schedule, often working 12 hours a day and traveling extensively for business. Jamie's term as the CEO of JPMorgan Chase is expiring in 2023, but he has the opportunity to extend his term for another 5 years. Though we would like to see Jamie for the next few years as the face of JPMC, but as per few reports, he has already chosen a few successors for the CEO position. And we know that there is no dearth of talent in JPMorgan Chase, but successors definitely have big shoes to fit in. Till then, as of today in 2023, 67-year-old Jamie Dimon is the most powerful banker. He has set an example that with hard work and determination, you can pass through any rough phases. There is no failure in life that you cannot recover from. So, that's about this iconic CEO of JPMorgan Chase, Jamie Dimon today. Let us know what you think about him. I am personally a big fan of this King of Wall Street. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. Also, let us know what other business stories you would like to see. With that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.